Hey everyone, Mike here. Welcome back to Animal Prime, your window into the wild wonders that still slip through the shadows of our busy world. Tonight we're turning down the lights, slowing our breathing, and stepping silently into the realm of covert felines. All 45 known wildcat species are lining up, not by size, fame, or ferocity, but by something far more elusive: pure, pulse-quickening stealth. Which hunter melts into darkness better than all the rest? Which whiskered phantom could glide past you at arm's length and leave nothing but the hush of stirred air? Stick around, because by the end we'll crown a master vanisher. And the journey there is going to feel like walking a moonlit trail where every rustle might be a set of amber eyes. Picture the baking heat of Morocco's dunes, a low, sandy form pads between thorny shrubs, the sand cat. Its paws are muffled by thick fur that works like desert-issue slippers, erasing footprints before the wind can. Yet for all that softness, the sand cat's approach isn't the sleek ballet you'd expect. It stalks birds with a series of cautious hops, effective but hardly ghostly. So in our stealth scale, it opens the list toward the rear. Shift to Asia's grasslands and meet the round-eared Pallas's cat. Its yak-like fluff and squat build hide it well among rocks. But that same fluff catches the breeze and gives away movement. When it pounces, snow flurries of hair swirl behind it like confetti. Beautiful but not invisible. Travel north and the drizzle begins to mist the forest floor. A broad-headed Eurasian lynx wades through lichen and twigs. It places each paw carefully, but those iconic ear tufts flick at every gnat. Tiny banners betraying its perch. That is why the lynx, loved as it is, can't break into our top 30. Nearby, the rusty-coated caracal levitates over low scrub. Caracals can spring 10 feet in the air to snatch birds mid-flight. Jaw-dropping athletics, yes, but high leaps mean silhouettes against the skyline. And silhouettes make arrows for wary prey eyes. Now come closer, closer still, to the tangled mangroves of Southeast Asia. The fishing cat slinks beside moonlit water, whiskers trailing ripples like sonar wires. Stealth on land? Middling. But in water, fish feel those whisker vibrations and scatter before claws even strike. To rank high tonight, versatility counts. The fishing cat bows out of the higher tier. Before we step into part 2, breathe in the jungle air. You can almost taste chlorophyll on your tongue, can't you? That, friends, is the scent of the next set of hunters waiting to unspool secrets of silence. Deeper into the thicket of shadows, we left off with jungle breezes and half-hidden paw prints. Follow that breeze up the Andes where slender silhouettes prowl cloud-piercing rock. The Andean mountain cat, silvery with ringed tail, like a living puff of ghost smoke, tiptoes across scree no wider than your phone. Loose gravel underfoot would betray most. That pebbles barely clink. Still, populations here are tiny, and limited field studies suggest its preferred ambush relies on rock cover more than soundless gait. Admirable, yet not the peak. floats south to Patagonia, and the cool-toned Geoffroy's cat pads through marsh grasses. It crouches so low the grass tips brush its back, turning the entire plain into a natural ghillie suit. Even so, farmers sometimes glimpse those round pupils flashing in headlights, evidence that perfect invisibility hasn't been earned. Across the Pacific Islands, let the humid night welcome you with chirping cicadas. On Borneo's forest floor, the almost mythic Bornean bay cat drifts like rust-colored vapor. Researchers have captured fewer than a dozen clear images, which says a lot about its covert lifestyle. But rarity isn't synonymous with peak stealth. Camera traps still ping its outline now and then, so we reserve room higher up for creatures that elude even infrared. Slide back into Africa, cradle of whispers and dry grass sighs. Two diminutive hunters dance along our chart, the black-footed cat and the African wildcat. The black-footed, scarcely heavier than a newborn baby, moves in micro-bursts, 30 rapid pounces an hour, making local rodents joke that death rains from stars. Yet its frenetic style throws caution to the wind. The African wildcat, ancestor of tabbies curled on laps everywhere, blends into savanna hues, but centuries of human contact have dulled a fraction of its paranoia. Both prowl the middle ranks. Now a hush. Hear it. That is the sound of deliberate breathing, of the narrative tightening like a tiger ready to coil. We step next beneath rainforest canopies where night is almost physical. The lungs of the planet, the heartbeat of stealth rain, beads on giant leaves above us. Down below, shadows have their own shadows. A musk of ripe figs mingles with something feral. Here comes the ocelot. To watch an ocelot hunt is to study liquid physics. Muscles flow rather than contract. Its rosette fracture outlines, making the cat look like dappled light instead of meat. But rosettes are common currency among tropical cats, and the ocelot's faint rustling in undergrowth, though minimal, still nudges it short of greatness. Follow a tributary and meet its smaller cousin, the margay. This one is a born acrobat. Ankles rotate 180 degrees, so it can climb down trees headfirst. Arboreal prey seldom hears the margay because the canopy is its highway, dampened by moss. Yet leaves above occasionally betray a faint shiver, and because vantage points are elevated, moonlight may kiss a whisker tip at the wrong moment. Deeper still, in a pocket of gloom where even crickets think twice before chirping, prowls the legendary jaguarundi, slender weasel-like, coat plain as wet clay. No flashy spots to interrupt the outline. It simply becomes negative space. Farmers report seeing grass bend and nothing else until a chicken is gone. Even so, the jaguarundi's twilight activity overlaps hours when humans are awake, giving us occasional glimpses. Thus it edges toward, but not onto, the podium. We can't leave the Amazon without paying homage to the jaguar, heavyweight champion of tropical predators. Power often overshadows subtlety, yet jaguars tread softer than their bulk suggests. Their skull-crushing bite is famous, but tonight we admire how they melt into water, nostrils barely breaking surface, paddling without a splash. They come close to the summit, but splashes, however small, are still splashes. Let's crest a ridge line into sunshine again, because the coming cats prefer open earth and operate like rolling mirages. Heat haze and dust-silent hunters step into India's sun-scorched thorn scrub. A tawny phantom with black tear lines glides by. The cheetah. Yes, speed headlines every story, but its stealth game is underrated. Before any sprint, a cheetah will crawl belly flat, pressing its shoulder blades between tussocks until the quarry's ears twitch uncertainly. Yet the burst that follows is sonic. Grass parts, dust lifts. In 5 seconds, every creature within miles knows a predator lurks. Out of gold medal contention it goes. North of the cheetah's range, the Asiatic golden cat moves like molten bronze across foothills. Villagers catch only fleeting glimpses because it hugs cliffs and fog banks. However, remote cameras snag its silhouette frequently enough that data scientists joke the species is a selfie addict. Those snapshots nudge it just shy of our coveted top 10. Now freeze the frame. The temperature drops as we climb the Himalayan pine belts. Pad, 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 almost inaudible. Comes the snow leopard. Thick fur muffles footfalls. Tail the width of a firefighter's hose, balances leaps across invisibility shattered, ranking locked a whisker away from greatness. Glide west to the Persian leopard, cream coat stippled with wide rosettes. Adept at ghosting between boulders, but decades of camera trap projects have steadily improved our glimpses. Familiarity erodes mystery. So we press on, senses sharpen, because only the thickest of veils still hide our finalists. where even silence holds its breath. Night falls over the Sundarban's mangrove labyrinth. Tidal sludge sucks at boots. Good thing we're wearing the camera instead of waiting. In that silt, a 6-foot shadow moves. The fishing village tiger population, often called the most secretive tigers on Earth. But tigers, for all their regal hush, roar, and roars echo. The lungs that power stealth also broadcast presence. Instead, consider the flat-headed cat, scarcely larger than a rabbit, paddling quietly through flooded forest. Researchers swear that during nocturnal surveys, they feel something brush a boot but see nothing, until a flashlight lands on a disappearing ripple. It's our first true contender for bronze. Leap continents again and crouch beside Australia's once-ignored phantom. The Christmas Island cat, feral but fully wild for over a century, shaped by isolation. Locals rarely catch so much as an eyeshine. Motion sensors click and reveal only wind-stirred debris. Its stealth is refined by an ecosystem that punishes noise, yet genetics tie it back to domestic roots, so purists keep it off the ultimate pedestal. Now inhale crisp Canadian air. A silvery blue shadow ghosts through the boreal undergrowth, the Canada Lynx. Oversized snowshoe paws distribute weight like hovercraft pillows. Even pine needles fail to crackle. Snowstorms erase its tracks within minutes. The lynx listens more than it moves, letting hairs stumble almost onto its muzzle. This, dear friends, is podium worthy, our bronze medalist in the Stealth Olympics. 2 ghosts remain, and they are sharpening their claws on silence itself. Silver whiskers, silver silence. Our runner-up drifts through bamboo thickets of Indochina, the clouded leopard, named for smoky rosettes that mimic broken moonbeams. It travels treetops like vapor. Tail acting as counterweight, so perfect that branches scarcely stir. One radio-collared leopard once moved 4 miles overnight with sensors registering fewer than a dozen distinct footfalls. Astonishing. Its only giveaway? The low hum of throat-chuffing males used to mark turf, carried on still air. That note, that single decibel, keeps it from our crown, and so a drumroll of silent heartbeats leads us to the champion. Crowned in stillness, departing in a whisper. High in the Congo basin, under a canopy so thick daylight shows only in fractured columns, lives a legend many locals have never laid eyes on, the African golden cat. Picture a creature the size of a small cougar, yet field researchers can spend 5 years and capture a mere half-second of blurry footage. Its coat shifts from fiery copper to ash gray depending on the region, matching leaf litter in every season. Pads are quilted with microscopic ridges that grip soil without noise. Cameras rigged with triple infrared beams miss it. Scat surveys find droppings but no prints. Stories circulate of hunters feeling watched, then stumbling upon half-eaten duiker carcasses as if placed for inspection. The cat itself? Gone. Even its vocalizations are scarce, so subdued some speculate it communicates mainly through scent and gaze. That, my fellow nightwalkers, is why the African golden cat reigns supreme tonight. From desert minnows like the sand cat to cloud king phantoms draped in nebulous spots, every feline we met taught us that survival often means being unseen first and swift second. So tell me, did our crown surprise you? Which stealth tactic wowed you most? The snow leopard's padded aerial ballet, or the clouded leopard's branch-treading smoke dance? Drop your thoughts below. I read every single comment because your curiosity fuels the next expedition. And if prowling the planet for hidden marvels sets your pulse racing, make sure you hit that subscribe paw print so you never miss a shadow shift. This is Mike signing off from Animal Prime, where the wild is always alive, even when it's invisible. Until our next silent pursuit, keep your footsteps light and your sense of wonder wide open.